Hello, friends. Good evening. So, in this particular video, we are going to discuss very important part of Python, that is data types. Generally, data types is basically the type of data that what is basically the type that data contain. So, for example, you are using a number three. In that case, three must be assigned to a variable that is of type integer. We are using another variable 3.5. In that case, 3.15 is a value that must be assigned to a variable with a specific data type of float type, and so on. So in different programming languages, they support different data types, as you have been learned in Java or in C++, that they support int, float, long, double, char, and different data types they have. But in Python, generally it supports five standard data types. They are numbers, strings, list, tuple, and dictionary. We already have discussed about numbers and string in previous videos, but still we are going to have a little introduction of that one. So first, if we are talking about Python numbers, then integers, floating point numbers, and complex numbers. These three categories of numbers falls under the number category. Okay, so integers, as we haven't discussed earlier, that integers are only the positive numbers. They could be zero, they could be negative, they could be positive, but they will not have any fractional part in them. Okay, and float are the numbers. Generally, they are having some fractional part in them. So, if we are saying 5, 6, 22, 33, -5, 0, these all are numbers. And if I'm saying about, say, 5.5, 6.3, 12 point something, so in that case, it's having some fractional part in that one. So they will come under the category of floating. And third category is of complex numbers. Complex numbers are written in the form of x plus yj, so where x is the real part and y is the imaginary part. As numbers, integers and floats have been discussed earlier, but we are just going to discuss what complex numbers are and how we can convert the real numbers to complex number in Python. So guys, complex number, as we have discussed, that they are represented by the form of x plus yi. So Python converts the real numbers x and y into complex number using a function that is called complex function. So you will have to pass x and y, the real part and the imaginary part in that one, and it will give you the real part by using the real function and imaginary part by using the imaginary functions. So we have an example here. We must have to import the CMath module for using this complex functionality. So what you will do, we have discussed two specific variable x and y. X is say the real part, y is the imaginary part, and we are just converting it into complex number by passing these two variable x and y into complex function. It is returning us the z. Z is basically now the complex number. So if you want to get the real number of this z, the complex number z, what you will have to do, you will have to use the real part of that one. You will write z dot real, and the same for imaginary part, you will write z dot imaginary. So these are two specific constants, we can say, that is having the value of real and imaginary from the complex number. So this is what complex number in this one. And the next data type is list. List is basically what it is, an ordered sequence of items. Listen, it is ordered sequence. That means everything that we will contain in that one will all be in some order. As you can see, a is equals to 7, 10, 15. We are seeing that these all are in ordered form. So it is one of the most used data type in Python, and it is very flexible too. Uh, by seeing this specific example, you can just imagine some part of C or C++ or Java that we usually call arrays. So it is similar to array, you can say, but in this specific list, you can pass all type of variables like numbers, floats, and string type in a single list, you can say. So it can hold all kind of data type. It do not need to be of same data type as we do with arrays. So this is very important and very flexible. In that case, we only have to think that it will be declared inside a square bracket with commas. We will declare all we will separate all the variables of that specific data type, and then we can access them by using the indexes. The index will start from 0. So a0 will represent 7, a1 will represent 10, and so on. Okay, if we are talking about Python tuple, that is another type. Tuple is similar to list, we can say. It is ordered sequence of items, as we have discussed with list. The only difference is that tuples are immutables. That means you cannot change them, you can modify them. They are similar to strings, so they are immutable. While the list items are mutable, that means you can change them. So tuples are used to write protected data and are usually faster than list as it cannot change dynamically. So what is the means of immutability? Or if you are saying it is immutable, what is the meaning of that one? First thing, you are declaring a tuple inside a small bracket, as you can see, not in square brackets. So these are in small brackets. We are using indexes as we do with list. But if you are saying we are giving a2 is equals to something, or a3 is equals to something, a0 to 3 is equals to something. But if I am trying to change this, say a1 is equals to 20, I'm trying to modify this. But because this is immutable, so in case of tuple, this will be an error. You cannot change it, right? So this is the difference between tuple and list. Third is strings. String we have already discussed. They are sequence of Unicode characters. We can use single quotes or double quotes to represent strings. If we have multi-line strings, then they can be denoted as triple quotes also. Okay, as you can see the example, s is equals to hello world in double quotes, and s1 is equals to in multi-line. Okay, you are using this in three different lines. Welcome to Python programming. So we are using three triple quotes in that case. Single or double doesn't matter, but we are having three quotes in that case. So for multi-line we are using this. For single line we are using simple double quotes. Further about string we have already discussed in previous videos. Next is Python set. Set is again an unordered collection of unique items. You can see rest two that we have discussed previously. The list that we have discussed, that was ordered collection of items, but this one is unordered collection of unique items. So this is unique. That means no items will be repeated, but it is unordered. Means it could be in any specific order. As you can see, we are using a is equals to 5, 2, 3, 1, 4. So it's not in any specific order, but the elements are unique. They are not duplicate, and we are using it in curly braces, not in small brackets, not in square brackets, but in curly braces. We are declaring them. So in that case, it will be a set. It will represent a set. Okay, items are not ordered, so you can, if you are having some specific problem in which you have to declare items that are in unordered way, then you can use set in that case. Okay, and we can perform set operations like union, intersections, and all other operations that a set contain by using this set element. And then there is a dictionary. Dictionary is again an ordered collection of key value pairs. It is similar to previous one, but in that case we are having the key value pair in that one. If we are having huge amount of data, in that case we use dictionaries. So you can use dictionaries in that ways. My dictionary is equals to name. This is the name and this is the value. Then age. This is the value. So name and value pair will be there. You can print what is the name of that one, and you will get the output Python in that case. If you are giving age, you will get 26 in that case. Means you are giving the name and you are getting the output, the value of that one. In that case, Python dictionary is used. So guys, this is all about the data types. We generally use five different types of data types that we have discussed in this video. They are extremely useful, and for different situations we can use different types of data types. And in next video we will just understand what how we can use type conversions, and there are lot other topics that we have to discuss about Python. But in till yet I just want to suggest you just keep working on that these specific points what we are discussing. And in after some video lectures I will just provide you a specific video about different exercises that we will do. And I hope you understand these topics. Till then, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.